Recording started.
We're on.
Proceed to intro. Hey everyone, and welcome to the Six Nutz Podcast.
You stripper DJ?
I'm your host, Dave.
All right, guys, here he is.
We are Six Nuts, three comedians from the local Ottawa area. I am trying to keep my voice down because I have a dog sleeping at my feet.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
I am joined, as always, by Paul Bourgon. Give us a wave, Paul. And Jordan Angus. Jordan, give us a wave. Episode 44. I want to remind everybody, look below, right below Paul's chin. You will find all the information you need right there. Follow us on Instagram at Six Nuts Comedy. Make sure you like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And by all means, like this episode, comment on this episode. We want to hear what you have to say. Gentlemen, welcome to episode 44.
Thank you for having me.
It's very robotic. It's a very robotic episode. What is up, gentlemen? Episode 40 freaking 4. 6 away from the big 5-0. How are we feeling?
Pretty good.
Great. Things are just peachy.
Yeah.
Peachy.
They're just peachy.
What is this, 1984? Peachy?
I like a good peach, you know? The Mackinac peaches, Jerry. The Mackinac peaches.
The Mackinac. And my son said my head looks like a peach emoji, so I don't know what the hell that meant. What does that mean?
It means
Yeah,
he's
that looks
grounded.
like a-
mean?
That's what it means.
What does it mean?
It means you're grounded.
I'm grounded.
No, not you, him.
Oh, yeah. Well, he doesn't live here, so he is at residence in college. But we got a great episode, man. We got, what are we doing? We are doing Would You Rather. We're going to do Hold My Beer in a second and just talk about a whole bunch of other stuff. So do you guys want to get right to it, or do we have any preamble?
Please tell me you got the updated Hold My Beer. Do you
You
have the
wanna find out?
updated? Yeah, I
You
do.
wanna
I still want to find out. And then
You
I
got to
wish
give me a
that-
drum roll. You must give me a drum roll, otherwise I'm not playing it. I can't hear it. A drum roll, not a beatbox. All right, here we go.
Sorry.
Let's get right to it. Start the show the way we start every show, with Hold My Beer.
You're watching Six Nuts Podcast, and this is how I hold my beer.
Yes. How's that for an intro?
Yeah.
Woo!
We want to chug from that beer.
Brand new intro. I'm gonna play it one more time, and then I'm gonna let Jordan explain how this came about. Here we go. Hold My Beer.
You're watching Six Nuts Podcast, and this is how I hold my beer.
I love it, man. Great intro. So, Jordan, explain how that little video came about.
that's Aiden from the Mill Tavern, one of the regulars that comes to the open mic. He actually was at my birthday show and showed me his belt buckle that has the beer holder on it. It was actually Monica's idea at the open mic. Hey, why don't you use him as like a promo for Six Nuts? And I got to give him credit. He was extremely nervous about the whole having to act that out. But
Jeez, he's not
He's an
getting his
afro,
SAG
man.
card from that. I mean, like,
he's
Well-
like, I'm going to be on your podcast. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, for real? I'm like, yeah, man, I'll have to let you know when it goes on.
Like every episode now, you're gonna be like right at the start.
Yeah.
Well, we thank Aiden for that. And thank you to Monica for the idea, and Jordan. You know what? It's really funny because I was watching it. It's funny in itself, but the part where you come in right at the end, Jordan, with the 2 thumbs up, that's timing's perfect on that, man. Just brilliant. So
rocking the Sens jersey too, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly, a great intro. So we're pleased about that. So with that, it's time for Hold My Beer. Let's go around the virtual room. Jordan, we will go to you first, since that is your you are in the new intro.
Oh, thanks, man.
Share with us your beverage of choice.
I got a PC Red Brew. It's non-alcoholic, but it does have 0.5%. So maybe I'll get a little bit of something from
A
this.
little buzz, eh?
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah.
0.5.
Well, it's the last time you're gonna have to do this with non-alcoholic beer. So
I think we got one more.
We got one more. January 31st.
oh well, yeah. It won't be published that day, but I'll let you decide. I'll let you decide.
Oh, that's a good point. Loophole.
Yeah.
You went-
No.
I'm all about
getting into these
loopholes, man.
loopholes there.
Hey, I work for government, so if there's a loophole, man, I will find it.
Yeah.
It's not being aired that day, so
Yeah.
does it count? And would anybody know? Well, now they will.
In my opinion, I will go by the date that it's aired.
Jordan,
Well, I'd say
you'll
you're free to
know.
drink.
And that's what counts the most is you'll
That's
know.
true.
You're being too righteous, Paul. You're being too. You're like the good devil. You're like the angel on
Nothing
Jordan's
better,
shoulder.
eh?
I'm the little devil on his shoulder.
Peter Pointer.
Drink. All right. So Jordan, we need a rating, man.
You know what? It's pretty good. It's supposed to be like an amber. I'll give it a 7.1234.
Oh my God, that's my the password to open my garage.
I know.
7.1. What? What did you say?
7.1234.
That's okay. If you want to break into my garage, you will face the consequences.
Yeah.
Is that actually your garage code?
Partially, yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna go out and change it right after this show.
You want some help?
No, thank you. All right, so 7.1234. Paul, let's go to you. Your beverage of choice for this episode.
White Claw. I went with the White Claw.
White
Claw strawberry. Okay. So who doesn't like a good strawberry? Yeah.
Yeah,
You
me.
guys ever see like clips of like when they take a magnifying glass to strawberries, like the bugs that are crawling around on those things?
Yeah.
Bottoms up. Seltzer, eh?
Yeah.
Good.
I have a tough time with the seltzers, man. I
Hey, you like heartburn? Try this seltzer. Yeah, it's not bad. It's for for being a seltzer. I'd say it's 6.1234.
6.12. Oh my God! I just changed my garage code, and that was it.
Yeah.
6.1234. All right, I will end this episode. Another new one for me. I think I'm approaching Jordan streak territory for different beers. I got Haze Phase IPA. It's Mill Street Brewery. 6.2% alcohol.
Ooh, kicking her
Crack
up a
this
notch.
baby open.
A delicioso.
It's an IPA. It's a bit bitter, but it's not bad. I will give this. You're not going to believe this. I give it a 6.1234.
Wow.
Unbelievable. The exact same score as Paul's. So that brings the end of another episode of Hold My Beer, and I got to play this intro again. On the way out. It's just so good. Here we go.
You're watching Six Nuts Podcast, and this is how I hold my beer.
I love that, man. That's great. All right. So episode 44 off to a great start. I got a couple of topics to throw out there, but if you guys have topics, feel free. But I don't know if you guys knew this was happening, but Tom Green has a new documentary.
I watched it last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's out on Amazon Prime, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think it came out yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm pretty up to date on what's coming out. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I used to go to his shows all the time. Like I went almost for an entire season. I think the second season I went to every single show. My
like a
mom,
talk show.
my brother and sister would go down there. They filmed or they recorded that it was on at 10 at night, and I had school the next day always. So, my mom would always. She knew how much we loved the show, so she'd let us go out there. And oh man, there's a lot of those clips where you see me in the crowd laughing. They actually brought my sister up on stage once to talk to her because she was like the only girl in the crowd.
That's cool. Like where did he record that? Down at
on Saint Laurent, on Saint Laurent Boulevard at the Rogers 22.
Okay, cool.
Way back in the day when we had cable. The kids nowadays wouldn't know what that is, but it was right down near the lighthouse there.
That's cool. So how
Yeah,
did
it
you
was
get
really
in?
cool.
Did you like get free tickets
Just
or
go
you
and
just
you wait in
show up?
line. You sort of first serve, first come. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
like the annual orgy, first serve, first come.
that's
Yeah.
interesting. Like, so how many
No, it
people?
was, you know, I think it was very rare that people got turned away, kind of thing, because it was Sunday nights that they'd record them. So, you know,
What
it
was
was
the
always,
capacity? Like 50 people in the
yeah, probably
studio?
like 50. Yeah, yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Did you meet Tom Green back then?
I met him once or twice. Never really spoke to him any more than a like, hey, how's it going? Cool. I really like the show, kind of stuff. But
Yep.
yeah, like just being an Ottawa guy, and you know, like you'd see him around recording, you know, here and there, and downtown or wherever. He came into my old work one time, and it was a drug. I used to work at a drugstore. There's an episode he came in with like a chainsaw or something like that. He's just
Oh my
running this like
God.
gas powered chainsaw while he's trying to get. Oh man,
Oh
classic.
my God.
Yeah,
So
you know, we can thank him for what we're doing right now. It is a lot of credit goes to Tom Green for all the like live shows and podcast stuff that's going on now. So, cheers to
yeah,
Tom Green. Yeah,
for sure. He was definitely like cutting edge at the time. And I think either you loved him or hated him
Yeah.
because
yeah.
he did some really off the wall stuff, man.
Oh, did he
Some
ever?
really weird stuff, but funny as
Man,
hell.
one episode, not to go too much into what he did, but one time when I was there. So before we all sat down, as we were walking in, all the audience members were walking in. They gave everybody a piece of Bazooka Joe gum.
Oh my
know?
God.
Okay, so
Yep.
everybody in the audience is chewing Bazooka Joe gum, and then in the middle of the show, he gets up on the microphone where the band plays, and they're playing that Queen song, "Another One Bites the Dust," but on the
Yep.
bass. But Tom Green's singing, "You're gonna eat that water gum." So it's boom, boom, boom. You're going to eat that water gum, and then like Glenn Humplick and Derek Harvey come in and collect everybody's gum. Okay, they collected the whole audience members all gum, all into one big thing of gum, and
Like
Glenn,
chewed gum, you mean?
yeah, all chewed gum.
Oh my
And
God.
Glenn Humplick ate the gum. Oh my God, it was
That's disgusting, man.
unreal.
That's disgusting. So
yeah.
the documentary was it
Yeah.
good? Was it good? It was good.
It was hilarious. Oh,
Nice.
the gum? Was the gum good?
No, the documentary.
Oh yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, it's not what you if you're thinking it's going to be like the Tom Green show, then you're wrong. But it's
Yep.
it's a little bit more I'd say serious. But
Yeah.
yeah, well done.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Well, I thought it was cool, like when he actually made it big, and you know he ended up in a movie and was down in Hollywood and LA and stuff. You're like, oh my God, like that's an Ottawa kid, you know, like a legit Ottawa kid making it big.
Oh yeah,
That part's kind of cool.
it is pretty cool. Yeah, it's really cool. And he's still up there. You know what I mean? He's still, you know, like Rogan has him on all the time, and
That's true. That's true.
Rogan's a big fan of his, and you know, like he's very well respected for how he got there. You know what I mean? Sucking on cow udders and pissing people off to their up to degree. Spray painting his parents' car with a slutmobile.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's funny.
And well, it didn't happen on his show, but when he went on Mike Bullard, the Mike Bullard show with the dead raccoon
Yeah,
in a bag, and Mike Bullard actually threw up, I think,
yeah.
because from the smell.
So good.
Like shit, man, wild.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm going to check that out. I'm looking forward to it. But there was a roast battle in town last night. I don't think you guys were involved, but I know some of our good comedian friends were involved in the Meow That's Hot roast battle. I've never been in a roast battle. I'm curious. Have you guys ever been?
I would stay
And
as
how'd
far
you
away
like
from those as possible. Yeah.
Jordan, you been in a roast battle?
Yeah, but not like comedically, and I don't know if they would like me after if I did it comedically. I've done them at parties and stuff like a lot, so much so that people were afraid to face me in roast battles. So I don't know if I would be able to do it in the comedic aspect because I get pretty. It's funny, but it's pretty not nice. I'm actually judging the one tomorrow, the finals. with Zach.
Oh, at Meow.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's in the finals?
good question. I don't know. I asked Zach. I'm like, what do I need to know beforehand? He's like, nothing. I have a paper for you to fill out during the competition. You just need to show up. I'm like, okay, cool.
Nice.
That's it. I don't know. I deal with a lot of the crowds and stuff. That's kind of where I get like the quick wit stuff. I'm used to quick responses. So
I'm not good at it. I'm not good at making fun of people and being mean like on the spot like that.
I'm just worried. No, I'm worried I'm gonna hurt somebody's feelings. And
I can't. It doesn't come. I'm the type of guy that afterwards will be like, should have said that. I should have said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I can't do that. I can't be on the spot mean like that.
where I'm the opposite, it'll just come out of my mouth and I go, oh fuck.
I'm
Like,
sorry. I'm sorry I said that. Yeah.
yeah.
You're like, I can't be nice. I can't be nice like that.
No.
Like, is there any like unwritten rules? 'Cause I've never been in a roast battle, but are there unwritten rules where you should never ever, go after physical characteristics, or girls, you don't go touch this subject? Like,
I
any
feel like
unwritten
that.
rules?
I see. Like I said, I haven't done it comedically, but I feel like if you've agreed to be in the roast battle, there shouldn't be anything that's off the table. I think that's the whole point of it, right? You're not there to be friendly, and it's supposed to be in humor. So if you can do it in a way that's funny and not just be like, oh yeah, well at least you're whoever's dead or some shit like that, or you're fucking ugly. Yeah, okay, but elaborate in a comedic way. Like, yeah, I'm ugly because why? Like it has to be humorous. Otherwise, if you're just saying these things, you're not doing a good job of roasting somebody.
Yeah. So you said you were in one before, but not comedic.
Yeah,
Like,
so I
what
used to
kind
get
of other
invited
roast battles are
So
there?
like, really
house
mean?
part. Yeah, I was invited to like house parties and stuff like that, and people would try to, I guess, roast me really badly without me having a comeback. And yeah, I always had something. Always.
Yeah, so I think once you take the humor out of it, it becomes like just a insult fest, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like-
And that's it, right? If nobody was laughing, then it's not cool.
I wouldn't be able to do it, man.
No.
Yeah.
Anxiety just thinking about it.
I mean,
Yeah. you feel-
I could do it with my like with people like family and friends that I've known for a long time, that them, so you know what you can make fun of, and when what will cross the line, so you know not to go there. But people that are brand new, like if I was put up against Zachariah, like I wouldn't know what the hell to say, other than the physical features, because I don't know Zach personally. So I just have to attack him, his physical characteristics. And
Well, that's exactly what you do then. That's if you don't know somebody, you kind of have to undress their features that you can presently see,
yeah.
and think of a way that's going to be funny. I had this one guy I went to high school with. We were pretty close friends, actually. He would always try to have something to say at these parties, even if I was just going to like relax. And he was going on about like how I used to be really short in high school, and I was. And he's like, it was great. He didn't have to go on his knees ever. He just had to stand. And he could suck my dick. And he goes, now he's a lot taller than I am, right? And he goes, what just sucks is, he goes, when I suck Jordan's dick, it's so close to his stomach. And my immediate response was, when I had to suck your dick, I had to spread your labia.
Oh,
Yeah. And yeah, exactly.
nice.
And yeah, a lot of the ladies were fucking pissing themselves laughing, but it shut them up pretty quickly.
Yeah, I bet.
So that's why I don't kind of get involved with that shit anymore. I don't know these people very well. I knew him pretty well. So I don't want to say something that they're going to go home and be upset about. And yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Yeah. I mean, the roast used to be really, really big in like 70s and 80s. I don't know how big they are now. The Tom Brady one was pretty huge, but other than that, I mean, a roast is good, but I mean, once you hear like 5 minutes of it, you're like, okay, I couldn't watch like an hour roast of the same person. Yeah, okay, this is really it get boring after a while.
Yeah.
Well, it's because you're repeating the same topics too. Like that was my problem with the Tom Brady roast. So you're just going after his wife or his ex-wife and kids, and like you're all doing the same shit.
Yeah,
But-
exactly.
Yeah. It gives me anxiety thinking about it.
Yeah.
I can't. It's mean. It's not like you could. Like I've said this before. The best roaster I've ever seen was Andy Samberg when he was like being nice but shooting off his jokes as if he was roasting them, but he was just like complimenting them. And I thought that was the best.
It's funny.
Good one too, where he was just he's like a piece of broccoli. Like he's just not funny at all, but so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about being on the receiving end? Are you guys have do you feel you have the thick skin that you could take any insult, or are there certain things that would really offend you?
All I ask, what drives me nuts a little bit too, is some comics who go on stage and say stuff. You at least give me the opportunity to respond. And if you're presenting yourself in a way where it's inappropriate for me to respond, then it's more of I'm angry because you're gutless and you're not willing to do it kind of where there's a response that can be had. So I don't care if you're going to do it as long as you allow me a response in return. I can deal with it pretty well then. But if you are just doing it at me and I can't respond to you because it's not an appropriate time to do so, then I'm going to be pretty pissed off about that afterwards, probably for a while.
But is there anything that if they picked on whatever the feature is that you'd be like, you'd really be hurt? Your feelings would be hurt, or you don't?
No, man, I don't think anybody can say something to me that I probably haven't thought of myself to myself. Yeah. So I think it's tough, especially I don't know. I can't say for both of you guys, but I suffer with depression and anxiety and stuff. So you get some thoughts in your head that somebody might say to you, but you've already thought of that 100 times, right? It's like, okay, do better. But yeah, there's nothing. I know what I look like. I know what I am.
Yeah.
So if you could think of something, I might laugh because if I haven't heard of it before, to me, it might be funny, but yeah. How about you?
Me? Well, I had Louise. Actually, I was going to do a roast thing with Louise at Dave Elliott's show later in January, but the show fell through, so it's not happening. And we decided because she showed up at Barley Mow one Monday, and Dave Elliott was there, and he said, "I know I need more people." So Louise and I said, "Okay, well, we'll do it." And she started kind of roasting me on the spot, and she went right at my eyes. Like she said, "I know why you wear sunglasses when you do your podcast." And I go, "Why?" "Your bloodshot eyes. Your eyes are always red, and you look like you're stoned all the time." I thought, "Holy fuck, my eyes are red. Can you see the red? I got a red bloodshot."
No, I can't see shit. I'm blind.
But anyway, she kind of it didn't bother me, but it's like, oh wow, like she hit the nail on the head, man. It's because that's part of the reason, right? My fucking eyes are always red. I got some kind of eye disease or something, but she nailed me, and I'm like, holy fuck. Boo, right off the bat. I thought, oh man, that was really well done. Well done. It didn't bother me, and there's nothing that people could say that would ever offend me because I'm very self-deprecating. So I don't give a shit. Say whatever you want. It doesn't bother me. What about you, Paul?
Oh God, no. I just don't want to be a part of it. I just I mean I spent the greater part of growing up and made fun of and being bullied and pushed around and stuff like that. So I don't know if it's like don't fucking go there, you know what I mean, with me. I don't need to put myself in a scenario where someone's picking me apart. And I know a lot of these people are gutless, with the way that they do it. And
yeah,
I mean, I'm very easy to let things just sort of wash off my back kind of thing, when you're actually being confrontational or mean, I can put up with a lot of stuff, but just because I know well, anyway, I just when it comes to when you're in an atmosphere where it's okay, now I'm allowed to rip into him. Now I'm allowed to make fun. Now I'm allowed to push buttons kind of thing. I don't know. I just don't want to have anything to do with it, and I know I would shit the bed too, because I wouldn't be able to snap back on them. Yeah, well, you're, stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's not my bag. You know what I mean? I'm hurting people's feelings, whether it's for fun or not. I don't like it. It gives me anxiety. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I literally do feel feel queasy at the thought of that I'm making someone feel bad. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because there's things that you say to people, and you may never know, like for the rest of your life, that how badly you hurt them.
Yeah,
Like, I'll give you an
yeah,
example.
yeah.
Like my son, like recent, and I don't want to get too mushy, right? But maybe a year ago, he said something to me of something I said to him, like when he was like 5 or whatever, and it was like the most innocent thing, but it hurt him so much. And I didn't even remember saying it, but
You were
whatever I
adopted.
said,
Was that what it
stuck.
was?
Yeah, I was adopted, and he's
No,
actually a
you
girl.
said that's your son. Was that what it was?
Yeah, you're actually I bought you at the pet store, but no,
Yeah.
but he remembered it, and he'll probably remember it for the rest of his life. And it was like whatever I said, it was off the cuff, but it stuck with him for all these years, and it's affected him, man, in such a profound way. Like, and you wonder these roasts, like, what kind of damage have you done, if any, to these people, man? Like, you just never know.
It's like my brother. I have 2 brothers, but my middle brother, when we were growing up, there was I want to say it was Wilmer Valderrama doing the Yo Mama roast battles, and that was like it was a crazy fad in our school, and then it became like this competition. So like roast battling was what they would call it now, and my brother and I would go at each other a lot, and I didn't realize it affected him a lot growing up because like I would be ruthless to him and he couldn't rebuttal and it affected him. And it's still like he still talks about it to this day. We've moved on and stuff, but that's it, right? I was a kid then.
You see what I mean? Like,
You have no idea,
Yep.
right? And then I'm like, fuck, man, I was just like, I didn't mean anything by it, but you don't know.
the roast battles are way different from the way that they used to be back when Frank Sinatra and you know, like
Don Rickles and guys like that.
It was way different back then, and now it's I don't know. It's so much more cutthroat now, and it's sort of like, oh god, like people laugh because it's like they're so offended for the person. It's like,
well, and they're addicted to that feeling too. That's why like the Kill Tony shows and stuff like that, they get a huge I want to say asphyxiation on it because there's that shock value to it, and then they crave that feeling, right? They want to hear something that they weren't expecting, and they think it's funny, but you have no idea who you're dealing with on the stage. They might seem like they're fine, but you don't know what their internal battle is. So I'm like Paul now. I won't associate with it. I think the closest thing I would do is like the debate show that we did. And that's just because of the topics. I'm not there to hurt anybody's feelings.
That's different. That's totally, you know what I mean? You're not attacking the person. You're not, you know what I mean? And because that's what it is now. It isn't. It's no longer just like I think about Foster Brooks getting up. You know, if you guys know Foster Brooks is like one of the best of all time, and like he had a personality up there, and it was funny. That was funny, and the things he said almost kind of tied into his the character he was playing. You know, he played like a drunk. He plays like a drunk guy. Never drank in his life apparently, and he came off as drunk the whole time. You know what I mean? And it's so funny. And part of the thing that's so funny about it is the reaction from the dais. You know, the panel of Billy Crystal, Don Rickles, Sammy Davis Jr. You know, like Frank Sinatra, seeing them keeled over laughing, like severely in pain laughing. That's funny. You know, it's not It's not to see how gutless I can be, see how much I can attack every nuance of their, appearance or what their past is, or their kids, their wife. Like that would hurt. If you were attacking me, making fun of my mom, or making fun, I'd flip out if somebody did that.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd lose my shit. It's just, I don't know. It's not, and for the sake of laughter, it's not. I don't know. It's not like so you guys just both told me stories. Like Dave, you said one silly thing to your son, and he kept it forever. Your brother, he kept it forever. It affects you, and it you know what I mean. You sort of right there change the relationship just from your words. You know, it's not worth it. To me, I wouldn't be good at it. I don't know. On both ends too, giving and receiving.
Yep. Well, especially today with, I mean, everything is like heightened, right? So the shock value's gotten higher and higher and higher.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you became so desensitized to like just traditional. It's like you had to, I don't know. Yeah.
You just got to be more outrageous and, you know, more.
It's one of the reasons. It's not a reason, but like I don't really do crowd work. I don't really talk to people. I don't really, you know, I don't really attack anything other than myself. Maybe, you know, but like I just wouldn't want to put anybody in a position where they felt hurt. You know, probably because I know what it's like. I know what it's like to feel that way. It sucks, you know, especially when you're in a public setting, you know, around other people, embarrass them and hurt someone's feelings for what? Ha ha ha.
Which is why nobody sits in the front row. Like every comedy show you go to, like the first row of tables is empty and then everybody's in the back. And why aren't they sitting in the front? Well, gee, I wonder why.
Yeah,
because they're going to get their ass roasted by the comedians.
Yeah. And, you know, to me, I feel like that's like, do you not have any jokes? You know, like jokes. Do you have jokes or do you have to make a joke out of people? Is that what you're
like? I don't like Matt Rife. I know he's a huge one to gain success from his crowd work.
Oh, yeah.
But I always said, like, before he was hitting it off, I'm like, what's his crowd set work? Like, what's his set work look like? Yeah, I get it. You're talking to the crowd. I do that too. But how do you bring it back to your set material? Do you have any, or are you just talking? Because that to me, it just seems like cheap. It seems cheap.
Yeah.
And I can respect somebody who does crowd work to lead up to their bits, because you're doing something different. But if you're just doing crowd work to try to get hopefully that 1 in 50 chance of hitting that viral video because you've said something funny, what happens when you actually have to do a headliner set? You're just gonna talk?
Yeah.
What if your audience isn't willing to talk to you? You're fucked.
Or if you're like in a stadium, like I'm not saying like I'd ever be in a stadium, but like Seinfeld, you're doing a stadium of like 15,000 people. You can't do crowd work. Like,
no,
can't. Like,
look at Sugar Sammy, the way he does his crowd work. Like I mean, he's not gutless with people. Like he definitely, you know, he definitely creates a bit of a rise, but like it's I don't know. Some people can do it, some people can't, and
I will tell you the only time like I did a show that had 600 people, and I didn't talk to the crowd like you guys see me do all the time. I just did 15 minutes of set work. Everybody had a good time, but it would have made it difficult if I'm just talking to one person in a crowd of 600.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't. I have to repeat everything that they said because people can't hear in the back, right? Like it doesn't work. It doesn't flow very well. So
Well, I feel like the roasting's been done to death. Like there's got to be something new or fresh that, you know, comedy shows can do, other than, you know, the roast seems to be like the fallback, or, you know, the standard. Hey, let's do a roast. You know, let's do something different. Let's do a roast. I don't know. Maybe there isn't. I don't know. We shall see.
You can talk to your crowd though and not make fun of them though. That's like, you don't need to make fun of them.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
yeah, I'm like Paul. I'd have a hard time, you know, making fun. I mean, making fun of maybe something they're wearing or a hat or something, but of them personally.
God, why are you so attractive? Like, why are you an attractive person? And then what an amazing outfit you're wearing today. Unbelievable.
Oh my God, yeah. Especially if it's a guy.
Hey, bud, where'd you get that shirt? No, seriously, where'd you get it? I love it.
Yeah. Looks great on you.
I love doing that to a really handsome guy. You know, oh, you're beautiful, blah blah blah. I turn gay for you, that kind of thing. Except I did it once in real life, like as a joke. And this guy, and it was a guy I used to work with, and it was just a joke. And the guy wanted to beat the shit out of me. Wanted to beat the shit out, and I had to share a hotel room with him because we were on a road, a sales trip out in New York City, and he wanted just to beat the shit out of me. Like, holy cow. I guess I shouldn't have said that.
Should have said, I'll let you beat me,
Well,
big boy.
Yeah. No, he would have killed me. He would have killed me. Yeah, he played in the NHL for like a very short stint, so he would have beat the crap out of me. Okay, I won't do that anymore. All right, we got to get to our segment of the show, man.
Let's
What
get to
doing? I forget what we're doing. What are we doing?
Would you rather?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you rather?
Would you rather do Would You Rather or Would You Rather? All right, let's do Would You Rather. I love that screaming, man. Love that screaming. That's actually Raul. I don't know if you guys know that, but that is Raul screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was after I gave him the pink slip, and that was his reaction. All right, Would You Rather? We are going to have 3 topics, maybe 4, and we're going to go around the room, and you're going to tell me Would You Rather. So let's start with Paul Bourgon on this one. And again, I want to remind everybody, like, subscribe, and if you want to comment on any of these Would You Rathers, that'd be great. We could talk about it next show. All right, Paul Bourgon, here we go. First one. Would you rather survive a shark attack, a plane crash, or electrocution?
I think
Would you rather survive?
Electrocution is you die from shock. Like,
No,
people
you
don't know that.
survive.
Whatever. If you're electrocuted, that means you die from being shocked.
All right, let me just bring that down
So,
here. Electric shock. We'll just change that right now. Electric shock. There we go.
I've been shocked before, and like I remember, like many times I've been shocked because I used to work for a phone company, and like I have this like it's like I can't control it. It's a knee-jerk reaction to yell the F word when I get shot. I can't. It's like, no matter where I am, that's the first word that comes out of my mind. But never been in a plane crash. I'm sure if you survive it, like, I mean, you know, there's not too many cases of people surviving plane crashes that are like paraplegic or anything. If you survive, you survive. If you either die or you're walk another, you know, scot-free kind of thing. But I think what I would rather do is survive a shark attack because it'd just be the coolest thing to be able to like check this out, you know,
wow,
across your body or whatever. Yeah. But I'll say this right now, I have a debilitating fear of being in the ocean, like because of sharks. So I mean, I'd be definitely checking something off the old shit your pants list, you know. But I think I'd rather survive a shark attack. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Is that from watching Jaws? Is that why
No, it's not from watching Jaws. It's just because, I mean, it's pretty cool. You're part of an elite club, you know, people who've been attacked by sharks and survived, you know.
You're fearing the ocean. Where did that come from?
Sharks. It's just
Okay,
sharks.
not
I mean,
in the movie
Jaws. Like, of course Jaws did it. Like, Christ. No, it was, you know, Blue Planet did it, Dave. No, it was Jaws. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's terrifying, you know.
So a shark attack. So like, where would you want to get bit?
You prick.
Where would you want to get bit?
Yeah, so I'd go shark attack. I'd rather survive that. Yeah.
All right. So you'd have like a wound to show the.
I'd have a nice scar to, you know, show off. Anytime anybody was like, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you go and grab me a glass of water? Well, why don't you get it yourself? I got attacked by a shark, man. You know, I'd milk it for everything it was worth. You know. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. I love it. I love the motivation. All right, Jordan, over to you. Would you rather survive a shark attack, plane crash, or electric shock?
I have to go with Paul. Before Paul even said it. I've almost died twice. Okay, twice I've almost been dead, and none of the times that I've died has been a cool reasoning. So the fact that, you know, I could say, yeah, I almost died. I got attacked by a shark. That's a cool story.
Yeah.
So yes, I would rather a plane crash. I would have a heart attack as soon as it, you know, started fucking up. So regardless if I was going to survive it, I would not because my fear of planes.
No, you would. You'd have to. That's the whole premise of the question. You survive.
I would forever be stuck in the Royal Ottawa after that because I'd be like, I fucking told everybody, and no one listened.
Down. These things go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Electric shock. Just, yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah,
Yeah. I've been stung by a jellyfish, and jellyfish feels like voltage. It does.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it does. It feels like it's very similar to voltage when it touches you. But
I got electric shock. Do you know those rings, the buzzer rings?
Yeah.
The prank rings. Okay, have you ever had that happen to your hand?
Nope.
No. Okay, so the electric shock I experienced.
I think you're talking about ringworm, Jordan.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, but it feels like that experience throughout your entire body. Like that's not fun. Well, yeah. Anyways, I'm getting off track here.
Yeah.
No, that's very interesting. And you know what? I was going to pick electric shock, but after listening to you guys, you've convinced me that the shark attack is the way to go. Because I just feel like if I had an electric shock, I would go around my house paranoid. Oh, should I turn on the light? Oh, I don't want to plug this thing in. You know, I'd be paranoid the rest of my life. Plane crash. Yeah, I'd be like you, Jordan. I'd be like a basket case. But you're right, man. Shark attack would be cool. You know, you could go around and you write a book about it, go on these book tours, you know, and all become famous from it. I like the shark attack idea, man.
Good luck getting me back in the ocean after that, though.
Yeah,
well, fuck that, no.
But you could easily avoid, like, you just, if you don't want to get attacked by a shark, you don't go in the ocean. But
simple. You're
surrounded by electricity,
or
right?
Or a plane crash. Stop a plane crash into the ocean and then get attacked by a shark.
And then get shocked because you'd
be begging for electricity at that point, eh?
Oh my God. You know what? You could combine all three into one accident, man. Easily. You get a shock on the plane before it hits the ocean.
Yeah, there'd definitely be some shock.
There would be. All right, so
flight attendant button forever.
That was unanimous. So we all picked shark attack. Let's go to this next one. Jordan, we'll start with you. You get kicked in the balls by a steel-toed boot. Would you rather see it coming or not see it coming?
I'd rather see it coming.
Why?
I think if I don't see it coming, it's gonna just hurt way worse. I'd probably lose my voice, my breath, everything. I just drop like a stack. Either way, I'm losing some balls, but I'd rather know what's coming.
Really? Okay. Paul, what about you, man?
Yeah, I think I'd like to see it coming just so I could mentally brace myself. Yeah. You know, nothing worse than getting snapped in the balls when you're not paying attention to it, you know? I have a tendency sometimes when I'm putting my underwear on, like when I have my underwear up, like I lift one leg up and then heel myself in the nuts. I'm like, oh, yeah. So.
Oh my God. Well, I'm gonna buck the trend. I'm gonna go. I don't want to see it coming, because I feel if I see it coming, like it's gonna hurt even more. Whereas if I'm not expecting it, you know, I don't know. It's probably might not hurt as much. How the hell do I know? But I don't want to see it coming, man.
Ignorance is bliss.
Exactly. Thank you, Paul. Ignorance is bliss. All right, we got two more to go. I'll start with this one. Would you rather give Joe Biden a lap dance or get one from him? Would you rather give Joe Biden a lap dance or get one from him? I want to give him a lap dance because I feel like if he gives you a lap dance,
you're dead. You're dead.
He might fall asleep on you and you're stuck. But at least if you're giving him a lap dance, you can control the exit. So you can like give him a lap dance and you won't be stuck there. Like you can just leave whenever you want. So I'm going to say I'd rather give him a lap dance. Paul, what about you?
I'd rather give him one too. Think of the $100 bills that could be stuffed into your underwear.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
U.S. money too.
That guy's got some cash, right? So, you know, and I don't think he knows the difference between a $10 bill and a $100 bill. So, yeah, I'd definitely go with Biden.
So you're gonna give him a lap dance?
Riding Biden, I call it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Jordan, is it going to be a clean sweep or what?
It is. I have experience in giving lap dances, so I would love to give the former president a lap dance. I would not want to wait around for him to figure out what his next move was going to be. Yeah.
You gotta tell us, man. When and where did you give a lap dance and to whom?
I used to be a private dancer.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I used to strip.
What?
Yeah. I thought I told you guys this.
You sure didn't.
Okay. This actually derailed a No Forks comedy show because I was trying to do a bit about like stripping, and then there was no like audience members, it's just comics. So like right away, can we have follow-up questions? I'm like, oh, for fuck. So like my whole set went out the window because they were more curious about what the fuck.
That is wild, man. How long were you a stripper, man?
A little over a year. I did about 13 different parties. I didn't do like the strip clubs. Like I would go to bachelorette parties or birthday parties.
My God. What's the biggest you ever got? Biggest tip?
Biggest tip. Well, I got paid for it, and then I got tipped. So I want to say like the most I made on one night was about $2,000.
Jesus Christ!
Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you still doing it?
I have my reasons.
What is wrong with you, man? Come on.
No, I have my reasons. I don't know. I don't know.
You have way too much integrity, man. Come on, sell out for the money, would you? You could be like that OnlyFans girl that sleep with 1,000 guys in one day.
Sometimes you have something happen and you just like, you know what? Ew, gross, never again, and you just can't. I couldn't.
Was it herpes?
Was it herpes?
Ew, gross. Never doing this again.
What's the grossest thing? Grossest thing that ever happened to you?
I can't.
Oh, come on, you gotta tell us.
I can't.
Send
really
it in the private chat. Send it in the private chat.
Yeah. Once we're done recording, maybe I'll share that with you. But I can't share it on here.
All right. We'll do the after dark party. We'll talk about it there. All right. We got one more. Who starts on this one? Let's back to you, Paul. All right. You have to sit face to face with someone and roast them for 5 minutes straight. Would you rather roast the person you love the most, a convicted murderer, or an armed terrorist? You have to pick one of the three. You have to sit face to face, roast them for 5 minutes. The person you love most, convicted murderer, or an armed terrorist?
I'd go the armed terrorist.
Why?
And just, if an armed terrorist is there, I mean, you're going to go anyway, so you might as well make fun of the, curls in his hair or something like that, You don't even, the guy doesn't even know how to set up a bomb right. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I think, geez, that's a good one. I'd say either the murderer or the terrorist, but I'm leaning more towards the terrorist, yeah.
Terrorist? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Armed terrorist. Jordan, over to you.
I'm in the same boat. I would go for the terrorist, right at the terrorist. I would sit for 5 minutes. The convicted murderer, he could have murdered somebody for, trauma issues. I don't fucking know. But an armed terrorist is
willing
willing
to
to kill
someone because they roasted him.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Maybe the person deserved it.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, but the armed terrorist. Regardless of his feelings, you're hurting innocent people. Also, I'm going for the armed terrorist.
All right. Well, I'm gonna make it a clean sweep. And before I give my explanation, I want to say straight out, I'm Middle Eastern, and I would pick it. I would pick an armed. I'm picking the armed terrorist because chances are they don't speak English, so he won't understand anything I say.
Oh, bing.
So there you go, eh?
Good one.
Look at me, Mr. Intelligence. So armed terrorist, clean sweep. All right, that is another amazing segment of Would You Rather. We got one more thing to do, gentlemen. Can anybody tell me what it is?
Final thoughts.
All right, before we get to final thoughts, I want to say straight up, Paul, you were rocking it out. I was rocking it out. Jordan, disappointed. You were not rocking it out. You were sitting as you are now with your hands behind your neck.
It looks like he's getting a mouth hug.
What is going on underneath that camera, Jordan?
None. I'm just relaxing.
So disappointed, man. You weren't rocking it out. All right, final thoughts for episode 44. Jordan, Angus, let's start with you. Your final thoughts.
Yeah, we're getting close to episode 50. We got a lot of stuff coming up next month, guys. It's gonna be fun. We got a lot of stuff coming up this month. Got new Jangus comedy t-shirts. Check that out. Looks nice. Yeah, I will be at the roast battle tomorrow for Meow That's Hot. I'm just judging. Making sure everybody's feelings are okay. I will bring first aid.
Bring Kleenex, tissues, and Kleenex.
I will make sure that I'm ready. I'm gonna wear my Meow That's Hot shirt, my cat shirt. I'm gonna come fully loaded. Maybe get some hot sauce. We'll see.
Beautiful.
Oh, yes, that's right. Hot sauce.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you for that, Jordan Angus. Paul Bourgon, let's go to you. Your final thoughts.
I don't have any final thoughts. I've only got beginning thoughts.
That's fair.
Nothing really to report. Again, I'm looking forward to our live podcast next Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Very special show next Friday. I'm looking forward to that. And that's pretty much it, guys. You know me. Pretty simple.
Well, you're simple. I am simple-minded. So thank you for that, Paul. My final thoughts. I am so pumped, man. We got I won't say our biggest fan, but maybe our second biggest fan is coming on for a live stream Sunday, February 2nd. Christine Lumens will be live with us on Sunday, February 2nd. More details coming out very shortly. So I'm excited about that. With that said, thank you, Paul. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you to the millions out there watching as we battle on to episode 50. Thank you for watching. And we will see you all when?
Next time.
Why not? Next time. See you then.